One of the mindsets you get into, if you've been preparing for math exams for a while, could be that when you see two binomials such as this one of the first things you can think about doing that is almost always helpful is to FOIL them. Or if not FOIL, use the box method. I'll take this part of the video to review how to do that to an equation such as this one. An expression such as this one really is what I'm interested in. But consider x minus 2y times x plus 2y is equal to 4, and how this can be rewritten. The Foil Mnemonic helps you multiply these in a sensible order. It says that first you multiply the first terms of these binomials, and by that you do x times x, which gets you x squared. Next you multiply the outer parts, so now we're talking about that one and that one, the outermost parts of both binomials next to each other, and x times 2y is positive 2xy, or yx. Order doesn't actually matter, multiplication is commutative. Then you can do the inner ones, and by that we'll mean these guys, the ones on the inside of our side-by-side binomials. Now we have negative 2y times x. It's a negative times a positive, so we have to do minus 2xy. Could also say minus 2yx, but I'll keep it the same order as I've said over here. Finally, it is the last pieces of each binomial. Negative 2y plus 2y, when multiplied together, will get you numbers with numbers, letters with letters, negative 4y squared. And apparently all this is still equal to 4. I haven't changed the equation, I've rewritten one side of it. Now look at these terms carefully and think about combining the like terms. What types of things show up more than once in the expression? And there are multiple instances of xy's, okay? Specifically, there's plus 2xy and a negative 2xy. We combine these like terms, add these expressions, and of course 2 of something and then minus 2 of something leaves none of that thing, okay? 0 xy's. That means that this expression really is just x squared minus 4y squared, and it's still equal to 4. Now, there is also the sort of box method, some people say. And the way that works is, we're going to take these two binomials, I'll write it out again, x minus 2y, x plus 2y is equal to 4. We're going to look at these and these in the sense that we'll take this one, and we'll write it like this, x and negative 2y, okay? This thing is made up of x and a negative 2y, and this one we're going to write kind of vertically, okay? X and positive 2y, and we're going to make a little grid out of these things, okay? And what's going to go inside these little cells here is the product of each of these. Here we have x times x being x squared, x times negative 2y being negative 2xy, 2y and x being 2xy, and 2y and negative 2y being negative 4y squared. Now what you write is the sum of all of these cells that you just made. What you can tell from here, though, is that when you add the 2xy and the negative 2xy, again, those will cancel out, okay? So those cancel out, and what's going to be left is x squared and a negative 4y squared, or x squared plus negative 4y squared, and that this is equal to 4. Totally up to you, that's just personal preference, how you decide to attack binomials, but I do claim that attacking binomials with one of these methods is always going to be a good idea, especially with this problem, since now you can tell that quantity A, x squared minus 4y squared, is exactly the thing you got from multiplying out these two binomials. But you were also told that these two binomials, when multiplied together, get you 4. Therefore, quantity A is 4. And that must mean that quantity B is greater.